Greetings, this is William Hobbs for Empower Magazine. I'm doing the movie review for Selma. It would be easy for me to go along with what everybody else is saying about the movie as far as it's beautifully paced. It is refreshing in that it makes Martin Luther King Jr. a human being more so than the idea that we were given coming up through school. I'm going to try to go past that because all those things are true. The flashbacks in the beginning in regards to the four little girls. I find the opening or that scene so effective. Even though I knew what took place and I was ready for it to take place, it still was absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. And one of the things that I found interesting was whenever a movie comes out in regards to civil rights, it is usually given the after-school special treatment. They want you to know the gravity of the injustices, yet at the same time they want to make it light enough for children to be able to watch it. That particular scene is an example of how well director Ava DuVernay executed her intent by having the scene so jarring and yet free of profanity, free of any gratuitous violence, and still be poignant, so poignant, that movie. It is definitely one of those movies that will go down as something you just have to see. You know how every black girl has seen The Color Purple? Selma is that. Selma is definitely that. And I learned a lot, by the way. I did not know, for instance, not to give the movie away, but this is just history we're talking about, that Malcolm X actually had a meeting with Coretta Scott King to discuss strategy as far as making Lyndon B. Johnson, President Lyndon B. Johnson at the time, see indirectly Martin Luther King as being a more attractive force, a more congenial force to deal with in regards to getting civil rights for black people than, say, Malcolm X. It warmed my heart somehow to know that there really was more between them than that famous picture of them shaking hands. I also was able to see how the shifts in political organizations take place, in particular with the SNCC organization, and how the SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference, Martin Luther King's organization, had to work with SNCC, who had a foothold in the community as far as voter registration was concerned, to see how one particular person goes this way and another person goes this way, and how easily you can have a split in a movement. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. DuVernay made sure it did not need any of the over-the-top emotionalism and screaming and yelling you find in so many black movies today. The soundtrack, it didn't overpower the actual movie. And I find that to happen a lot. I do believe what it is over-aggressive marketing when the soundtrack just overpowers the characters and the scenes. DuVernay keeps a very solid hand on that and makes sure that the music is Selma is a great movie. A movie that does not need the justification of Oscars or anything like that. We all know the issues that Hollywood has in regards to giving such projects the necessary kudos. This is my first 5 out of 5. And it is not 5 out of 5 because of the importance of the subject matter in which the movie is about. It is simply 5 by 5. Go and see Selma. This is William Hobbs signing off.